flights to Europe for under 100 bucks, that's right, and an airport that feels like a page from Frank Lloyd Wright. Eilat's newly opened Ramon International Airport is expected to transport over 2 million passengers per year, with the number rising in the future. Joining us live is the architect and project manager, Amir Mann. Hello and welcome.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well. Now, as someone who has been to Eilat recently for work and driving by and seeing this incredible airport, it really is spectacular, not just the design, but like to be in the middle of the expanse of the desert, particularly unique even for you.
No, it's a once in a lifetime experience, and I like that you use the word of innovation. It's a really innovative project. It's what we describe a greenfield project. That means that was nothing there except stones and sand, and we came and built a total airport. I am the design manager, not the project manager. That means that I employ almost 50 firms.
Wow.
All of them local. And we built, it's the first time that a national project of this capacity was built only by Israelis. Construction, design, everything, and in budget. Usually this type of project goes over budget. 50.
It takes a year. I remember LAX, where I'm from, was being redesigned. It probably took like 10 years. So, and this really sprung up very quickly.
Yeah, but the difference between this one and LAX, they do extension to terminals. They add a runway. This is a complete in the middle of nowhere of a complete airport, and it was designed by my firm, Mann together with Moshe Tzur. We both put it together. And after 7 years of hard work, it was open, and we are so excited about it.
Explain also the process. So you used, seeds. So the landscaping comes from the local seeds grown there, also like the gravel. Like you did some really innovative ways to work with the existing land and environment, correct?
Well, when you start a project like that and you have like a clean paper, usually to do a project with a clean paper is very difficult. You need something to get a touch where you go. And I think the early stage, when we just started the project, I think I was sitting on a hill nearby, look on the emptiness, look on the sense, what are we going to do here? And then the conclusion was immediately that this natural setting is what should guide us. And we should do something that is ours, and it's Israeli, and it's light, and it's fresh, and we don't look on copy-paste of other airports around the world, and that's what the result. That's why there is an international interest in this project. And we start with that. What you mentioned, it happened during the construction. During the construction, we found out that we don't have really sand, we have gravel, we have some rocks over there. So we came to the conclusion, we grind them. We build a factory on site, we grind them, and this is what we use as a sub-base for the runway, for the roads, for everything. In a capacity, it's a huge capacity of 1 million cubic meters of grinding. And that saved us 22 million Israeli shekels.
Wow.
During this process. Our landscape architect, Lital Smoke, we couldn't find enough trees it's a huge, it's a 5,500 dunams of a site. So we couldn't find to do the landscaping. So we gathered about 40,000 seats with students, and we put them in incubators. We put them in, like we were kids, we used to put them in water and they grow, and we put them in this kind of a process for 3.5 years, and there are trees on site now.
How
the trees
beautiful.
came from the site and stay on site.
And it's such a great, architectural model for, for other airports, other cities. And you come from the States. You worked in Lowell, Massachusetts, home of the Salem witch trials. So you're used to doing over cities.
I worked in Boston. I did the Lowell project. That was '87. That was many years ago. It's a huge project. Well, I'm very proud about it. And I did the master plan for Lowell. But in this situation, it's a site-specific situation. Airports usually have to listen to the sites when you do the project, especially if you are the design manager. It's not only architecture. We did everything. We did the navigation system. We did the telecommunication system, everything. Everything. We gave a turnkey airport to our client, the Israeli Airport Authority, and we participate in all the ORAT is that we operate, and we check our bottlenecks and what are mistakes. But a woman that came in the first flight, landed at the airport. An old woman there was standing there, and she stepped to the airport manager and she said, you know, when I see a project like that, I'm proud being Israeli. And you know, sometimes small things like that for us is very emotional to hear this type of response. I'm sure we get critics from media and that.
But still, just that was so profound. And flights. So we're going to have flights to Europe, $45?
Well, Ryanair fly today from Ovda, which is army base. And they fly for $45 to Europe, return flights. It's return flights. And right now, Ryanair running to Eilat about 100,000 passengers a year. It's a big number. They claim they will raise the flights total to Israel to 400 million a year. In their plans. And then they will move now. They're moving in about 1 month to Timna, to what we call Ramon Airport in Timna. And they are very interested by low-cost companies to use this airport for the region.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for coming on. I wish we had more time, but it's great, and I look forward to flights to New York.
Eris, powering your digital world.